Ibiza, the White Isle, a magical island famous for its nightlife, all-day partying, but also its indescribable spiritual energy and palpable buzz as soon as you step off the plane. It's known for La Magie Existe, which translates to magic exists, and has a magnetic pull, which explains why I cannot stay away. Good morning from Mongibello, Santa Eulalia. This is where I come out to do yoga every morning with views of the Mediterranean Sea and the warmth of the Ibiza sun. I also take time to meditate, set my intentions and create inner peace. This is clearly the place to do so. When I looked off my terrace, I could see a group meditation taking place. Zen vibes. So firstly, I place out all of my crystals which relate to each chakra, and what better way to charge my crystals than in the Ibiza sun. I just know they're being infused with magic. So I don't do anything too strenuous, just a general morning yoga practice. It's more about balancing my mind, body and soul than a full workout. But I've been doing yoga for a couple of years now, but this past year I've been doing it a few times a week and it's changed my life. So doing it here was just perfect. I've looked into some yoga classes out here that take place in caves, so that's next on my agenda. Before I flew out, I seen Mongibello host Sunday morning yoga, but I just missed it. So I asked for a yoga mat in my room and they even offered to give me one-to-one classes, but I felt like it was something I wanted to do on my own. But in future I'll definitely do a bit of both. At the end of my practice, I looked over and I couldn't believe my eyes. So not only were the toadstools, which is where my auntie used to tell me fairies lived because she had them at the bottom of a garden, and still to this day I remember seeing one, but there was a white feather, just one single white feather. So I know my angels are with me and I see them everywhere and always at pivotal moments. I just found myself taking in my surroundings and appreciating the beauty all around me. And I think that's what being truly mindful is. So practicing yoga, meditation, spirituality, things like that, it really does make you appreciate everything. Heading over to the Ibiza town, which is a lot busier than the sides of the island. Usually I'd just jump in a taxi over, but what a beautiful day to take a boat over. I have never used a boat in Ibiza for transportation before. I've only ever been on the Pucker Up party boat or chartered a yacht for sunset outside Cafe Mambo. So to see the scenery and to see it sober was lovely. Yes, this is sped up. I feel seasick even watching this footage. We stopped off in Calalonga. Ooh, look, it's me, the Empress. I don't know what this little white flag was about, but it had my full attention. As did these two, waving from the hills. Ibiza town is just gorgeous with its historic buildings, picturesque views and lovely bars and restaurants. This is the walk up to Dolph Villa. I once came here for IMS, Ibiza Music Summit, about 10 years ago. Carl Cox headlined. It was amazing. I would advise wearing flat shoes, even trainers, because last time I came, I wore cowboy boots and ended up taking them off. And the time when I went to Colcox, I have flat foams on, and I don't know how my ankles survived. I really don't. One of my favourite parts of Ibiza town is Annie's Ibiza. I'm hugely inspired by Annie. I first visited a couple of years ago and also went to her London store this January. She stocks the most incredible designs, and I envision my Ibiza store to be the same vibe. And I've loved following her journey online for the past few years. Last time I visited with my mum, we went to La Oliva restaurant, which is directly facing, and it was lovely. Now, I think everything's a sign from the universe, and a white pigeon is no exception. I've seen many a white dove in my life, but this is only the second or third time I've ever seen a white pigeon. Are they rare, or am I just uncultured? There's loads of meanings that come up online, but overall it seems to mean peace, which is very apt because I was feeling extremely peaceful in Ibiza town. While I was videoing the white pigeon, this guy started performing Stand By Me, and I don't know where his glamorous backing artist came from, but they absolutely stole the show. Speaking of stealing the show, look at this guy. I actually remember from when I was last in Ibiza town seeing him. Local resident and friend for life. Ibiza town is a short taxi ride to Playa Den Bossa, where the airport is located. I've stayed here a couple of times. The concept hotel group who created Mongibello are also responsible for Dorodo, which is located on Bora Bora Beach, and also Tropicana Ibiza Suites, which is the first of their hotels that I stayed in. Checking into this hotel is the moment my life changed forever. I was in Ibiza to participate in Ibiza Fashion Festival, showcasing my designs in a fashion show in SVV, and it was my first time ever staying on my own. Also, to be completely honest, it was the first time staying in a suite and a boutique hotel. I knew from this moment on I'd never sacrifice on luxury again and would manifest exactly what I deserved and never settle. I left my job shortly after and I focused on creating the life that I love. I shot with Danny DeSantos and entered my new era. Back to Santa Eulalia, and this restaurant is newly opened. It's called Arde, and it's located just a short walk over the bridge from Mongibello, and I love the vibe of the sand, the lights, the disco ball. It's on the seafront. We had the steak and wine and everything was perfect. So that's the end of this trip and the end of this video, but there'll be another one coming shortly. I'll be staying just outside of San Antonio, so it'll be a bit of a different vibe, but yeah. I love every area I've been so far in Ibiza, and the place truly does have my heart. My next video will be brought to you live and direct from Ushuaia. Quite the contrast. I mean, get a girl that can do both, I guess. Until next time.